hot start for you, Hannah. I want to know what you did in the off season to prepare
Mhm.
for the schemes that you were going to see to start the season. Because having a
Yeah.
freshman season, it's like you're a surprise. But now you're going into games and everybody's ready for you.
Yeah, I think for the most part, I worked a lot on my left hand. I think that was something that I definitely needed to work a lot more on, and just scoring in different ways, and especially extending my range and being more consistent with my 3 points, so that I can just be a much more dangerous player. So that if they run out at me, I can drive because I'm quick, or if they don't, if they want to go under the screens, I'm able to pull up.
Hannah, I had your game against Purdue, and you were an absolute menace defensively. I mean, nobody wanted anything to do with the ball. Where did your defensive mindset start? Because as a player, like offense is sexy, right? But like you are so good defensively, it's become part of your identity.
Yeah, of course. I think it's just been who I am since I was young, especially being a smaller guard. I had to stand out and be different, especially for other coaches going into college is something that I needed to have that was different because I'm smaller. So I couldn't just have my scoring ability, but I also needed something that would separate me from all the other bigger guards that can score. And so, I really took pride in my defense, and everyone always told me that defense was championship. So I've always taken pride in that.
I love that.
Anytime I watch you play Hannah, I'm like, all right, she's like one of the most annoying people to go up against.
Hmm.
The ball's never safe, and we've talked previously about your upbringing and playing in the
Yeah.
backyard. So you could just tell everyone how you grew up with a number of brothers and how you think that helped shape the player you are today.
Yeah, I think going against the boys definitely helped. With that grit, they never took it lightly on me, so they were always either pushing me on the floor, they were always bumping me. My brother, he's always been so much bigger. He's 6'4", and so having to go up against him it was tough. And for them to never take it lightly on me, it was good, and it really helped me when I go against the girls to kind of have that aggression and have that grit when I play.
Yeah.
Watching this Notre Dame team, like you guys are so balanced. And we asked Olivia this earlier as well, because look, a lot of people outside of your program were wondering how it would be once Olivia returned, the two of you playing together because your positions are so similar.
Yeah.
How would you describe playing with Olivia? You guys have become the most dangerous backcourt in the country.
Yeah, just like you said, it's dangerous. It's something that I feel like no other program has with two point guards, just two dogs on their team. And, Olivia, she brings so much to our team and she brings so much to the game that she draws a lot of attention and it just opens everything up for everyone. And so just having us with my defensive tenacity and Olivia's offensive skill is just something that's dangerous.
How did some of those pickup games in the offseason or even last year help put you two in a position where it looks like you've been playing together for years? I mean, everybody's like, oh, how are they playing together so seamlessly? It's like, well, because you've been playing,
Mhm.
behind the scenes for a while. How important were those games?
Yeah, just having that, just building that chemistry during the off season. We're two really, really good guards, two dynamic guards, and so it's fun to be able to have another dynamic guard like that playing with you. And we want to win, and so we kind of put ourselves to the side and just do what we have to do for the betterment of the team.
You're in your sophomore season now. What was the biggest lesson you learned in your first year, especially coming in playing right away as a freshman in the ACC, something we don't necessarily always see, but you have a ton of experience considering your age?
Yeah, I think we've always been through adversity. I feel like ever since I've been here, I've been thrown into the fire. Just having Olivia out as an experienced point guard and having to come in and take over such a dominant team and such a powerful team. Just being a freshman was really tough. But my coaches and my teammates instilled a lot of trust in me, and so that was good because they gave me the confidence that I needed to, take the keys and to lead my team into the, Sweet 16 and to win an ACC championship. But we just always had adversity and we just had to overcome it all season and even now.
Yeah, it unfortunately it seems like Notre Dame is always dealing with some sort of injuries, right? You're never whole when it comes to the roster. But how much of a burden do you feel like is lifted off your shoulders because now you've got that 1-2 punch in the backcourt?
Yeah, again, just having Olivia back, it just takes a lot of pressure off of me. So I'm not the main focus. Olivia can grab the rebound and push it in transition, and they can't really trap her because then I'll come up and I'll take the ball. If they trap me, Olivia's bringing the ball up. So again, it just opens it up a lot for everyone, especially for me.
Now, you have the privilege of playing at some pretty great basketball venues historically, especially being in the ACC. Where's your favorite place to play outside of South Bend when you guys go on the road?
My favorite place to play. I think last season my favorite place to play was UConn for sure. So there was
There you
something
go.
different about that gym. I don't know if it was the atmosphere or it was the gym itself, but that was really fun. I think it was easy to shoot in that gym.
We love shooters gyms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favorite part of the game? Like, what's your favorite part of what you do?
I love taking the ball handler out the game. Like I love making the ball handler or whoever has the ball feel so uncomfortable and that they don't want to bring the ball anymore. Like it's just something about that just feels so good to me.
At what point, like, do you see it in their eyes? Like, at what point do you know they want nothing to do with you?
Yes.
Yeah, on their face and their body language. It's just like if I make them turn the ball over, it's like their body language, they're sighing and they're just walking, they have their head down. So at that point, I'm like, I know it got in their head.
What's the satisfaction when they switch up point guards? Like when somebody different has to
Yeah.
bring the ball up because you messed with their
Yeah.
game plan.
It's a little frustrating because I'm like, I want to get steals. I want to press them in the backcourt. And like, if somebody else brings the ball up, I'm like, okay, now I want to pick them up full court when they have the ball. So it's a little frustrating when they switch point guards, but at least I did my job.
Yeah, for sure.
You got a big matchup coming up here, going against USC. You guys are on the road, going out to LA. Look, I mean, can you give us a little preview from your perspective, like what your game plan is headed into this one, going against some of the best guards you're really going to face all season, especially, of course, with Juju?
Yeah, again, Juju's a phenomenal player. They have a lot of really good players on their team with Kiki and with Juju. That's just a really tough duo. We're just gonna focus on the scout. We're gonna, kind of handle what we need to handle. Of course, we're going through some adversity right now, but everything that we have is enough. All the players that we have enough to go into, USC. As long as we stay locked into each other, trusting each other, and not worry about all the outside noise around us, we'll be okay.
I love that. You've said previously that, okay, you get juiced up and fired up from crowds, but it's not just the home crowd. What do you feel when a crowd is cheering against you? How does that help you?
It gives you like a different kind of passion. I mean, it just makes you feel good when you just have so many people like against you, like them cheering against you. It's like because when you score, when you do something good, like now they're quiet. And so it's like a different feeling when the whole gym is quiet, and it's also different when the whole gym is, cheering for you. So it's just a different feeling, but it's weird because it's still a good feeling too.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get to play for a great coach in Niele Ivey, but also someone who's had so much success, not just as a coach, but also as a player. How would you describe playing for Coach Ivey?
Yeah, I mean, there's so much passion behind Coach Ivey, and it's just fun because, when she's fired up, it just makes us want to, be fired up too. Like there's so many moments where if we're not playing well, Coach Ivey gets fired up, and it's like, okay, like we're feeding off of Coach Ivey. We need to match her energy, even though she's not on the floor with us. Like we always talk about, hey, match this player's energy, but like it's different when you have it coming from a coach because it's like, okay, like she's leading us. This is our leader, and we need to follow after her. We need to give everything we have for her. So it's great.
Yeah, Coach speaks so highly of you. And she always, any conversation about you, she's like, she's a dog. She's a dog.
Yeah.
That's always how she
Mm-hmm.
describes you. Hannah, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it. Good luck this weekend. And of course, you can always get more Got Next content on the NBC Sports YouTube page or wherever you get your podcasts.